Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to solve the top 3 highest paid employees problem in SQL. So the problem statement is identify the top 3 highest paid employees in each department. Okay, so we'll be given a data set and we have to find the top 3 employees for each and every department. Now if there are multiple employees who have the same salary, we need to include all of them. So this basically means, let's say there are two employees who share the exact same salary and they are part of this top 3 bucket. Then we need to include both of them in the result set. Okay, not just one of them. We need both of them in the result set. Okay, so we'll discuss more about this example in a bit. First, let's take a look at the employee table. It has 4 columns starting with the employee ID, then the employee name, the salary of the employee, and finally the department ID. Okay, now this department ID is a foreign key to the department table, which contains the ID and the name of the department. Okay, for our example we have 4 departments and 16 employees. Okay, now before we start solving this question, let's take a single department and let's try to find out the top 3 employees. This will help you understand the solution a little bit better. So we'll just filter by department ID equal to 1. Okay, so now we have 7 employees in this particular department number 1, and we need to find out the top 3 employees who has the highest salary, right? So what we can do, we can order this data set by salary column so that it's easier for us to identify those 3 employees. So we'll just order by salary. So this is a ascending order by default. Okay, and if we want to sort it in descending order, we can do it like this. Then the top salary will be at the row number 1. Okay, so we can clearly see Sophia has the highest salary for this department number 1, right? John has the second highest salary. Daniel has the third highest salary. Okay, now if you take a look at this, same for Grace, we have 72,000 again, right? So as per the question, we have to include both of them in the result set because they have the exact same salary, right? 92 is the top salary, 72 is the second, and 73 is the third, right? Now both of them has 72,000 salary. So Daniel and Grace, both of them should be part of our result set, okay? So this first 4 people will be part of the result set for department number 1, right? And the other 3 people, we need to remove this from the result set. Okay, so for department number 1, 73 is the lowest amount, right? Now let's check for department number 2 as well, because this will be different for each department, right? For department number 2, top salary is 95, then 93. There are 2 person in 93 bucket, James and Alex, and then we have 80,000, which is the third one, right? So for department number 2, 80,000 is the lowest salary. Okay, so you can clearly see there is no pattern. Okay, this data can be anything, so our solution has to be dynamic, right? Let me go back to example 1, department number 1. Now over here, if we can create a ranking system for each of these employees based on the salary, then we can easily solve this problem. Okay, so for example, Sophia should be at the top, right? 1. Then John should be this. John has the second highest salary, so he should have rank number 2. Third, Daniel and Grace, both of them should have rank number 3. The reason behind that is they have the exact same salary, so their rank should be exactly same. Amy should have rank number 4, Michael should have rank number 5, and Charlotte should have rank number 6. Okay, so if we can create that rank, then what we can do, anything greater than 3 we can just discard. This 3 columns we will be able to discard once we have that ranking. Okay, so we have a function called rank in SQL which can achieve this. So let's take this example. Okay, I'll just continue with this one. Let me format it so that it's a little bit easier for you to understand. So we need all these 4 columns. Okay, along with that we need a rank column, right? So I'll just put it in the next row. Okay, So the syntax for ranking is we need to first write the rank function. Okay, then we need to write over, and then inside a parenthesis we need to provide the order, right? So in our case we need to rank this by the salary, right? So I'll just take this portion and put it over here. Okay, let's execute this. Okay, so now we have a rank. Okay, for Sophia rank is 1, for John rank is 2, for Daniel and Grace both of them rank is 3 because they have the exact same salary, right? For Amy rank is 5, for Michael rank is 6, for Charlotte rank is 7. Now if you notice closely, you will see the number 4 is not present over here. Okay, so after 3 we directly have 5. This is not correct, right? Because Amy has a salary of 69,000, so her rank should be 4, right? Because this is the fourth highest salary. First is 92, then 75, then 72, then should be 69, right? So it should be 4, but instead we are getting 5. Okay, this is because the rank function works like this. First we have 1, 2, 3, and in place of 4 we again have 3 because the salary is same. So the value 4 is discarded. Next we have 5. Okay, so to fix this, what we can do, we can use another function called dense rank, dense underscore rank. Okay, this function will not discard the number 4. Okay, so if we check over here, Sophia is 1, John is 2, Daniel and Grace are 3, and then Amy has 4, right? Now the rank is 4, and 5 and 6 for Michael and Charlotte accordingly. We can easily discard this now, right? All we need to do is just filter on this column, and we can anything greater than 3 we can just discard. Okay, now this column is a calculated value using this function, right? So we cannot directly apply a filter over here. Okay, what we can do, we can make this a inner query. Okay, but before that, let me just give this a different name. So I'll just call it employee rank. Let's execute this. Okay, so now the name is changed as employee rank. Okay, I'll just make it a inner query. Select star from, let me write this in the next line so that it's easier for you to understand. So this entire query now will be inside this parentheses, and we'll call it T, table T. So this entire thing will be called as table T. This is the format for the inner query. Okay, now if we execute this, we can see we have the exact same result, but we can now apply a filter where T dot employee rank is less than equal to 3, right? So that will discard anything greater than 3. Okay, now this is just for department number 1. We have to do it for all the departments. So I'll remove this filter criteria and re-execute this code. Now if you check this, this is not working correctly. Okay, we have 3 values for from department number 2, but for department number 1 we have just 1. Now let me just comment out this rank filter for a moment, and let's just execute the entire query. Okay, now as you can see over here, the rank is not working correctly. Okay, so this rank is not taking the department into consideration, right? This is working for the entire data set. Okay, to do a department wise ranking, what we can do, we can partition this using department column, department ID column. Okay, so partition by department ID. Now if we execute this, you can see that now it is doing a department wise rank. Okay, so for first department number 1 we have from rank number 1 to 6. Similarly for department number 2 we have from rank number 1 to 5, right? And for department number 3 there is only one person in department number 3, so we just have rank 1. There are only 2 people in department number 4, so we have 1 and 2 ranking. Okay, now if we remove the comment from this rank filter, we can see that Now we can see that we have the top three employees from each department. For department number one, it's Sophia, John, Grace, and Daniel. And for department number two, we have again we have four people, because 93,000 is same for James and Alex, so we'll have all of them. For department number three, only one person is there, and for department number four, two-person are there. Okay, now from our result set, we can definitely remove this rank column, because this is for our calculation, we don't need to show it. So what we can do, we can just select the columns that we need. Okay, so for example, we'll show the employee name. So T dot, so now our table name is T, right? We have a put alias for T for this entire query. So T dot name, we can rename this as employee name. Okay, let's execute this. And we also need the salary, right? So we'll put T dot salary, we'll just rename it as salary or employee salary, whatever you want, you can put it over here. Okay, let's also show the department name. Okay, but we don't have it over here. Okay, let me show you all the columns that we have. I'll just put a star and a comma. So we have employee ID, employee name, salary, department ID, and employee rank. Okay, we don't have a department name, but we have the department ID. So what we can do a join with the department column over here using the department ID and fetch the department name. Okay, so joins are always done before this where condition, right? So we'll put a new line over here and we can do a inner join. Department, let's call it D, and then the column we need to use is this one. This is the foreign key. Okay, now if I execute this, I'll have this column. It's called name because in department table the column name is name. We can definitely change it over here, so let's change it. Okay, so D dot name, we want to rename it as department name. Okay, and let's remove the other columns as well. Just a second, there should be a comma over here. Okay, so now we have the department name, the employee name, and the corresponding salaries. That's all for this session. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll be happy to reply to that. Thank you.